And what up, everybody? Welcome back to Feral Publications YouTube channel. On this channel, I talk about zines and DIY publishing. And today I want to talk about sellers marketplace, meaning platforms that people go to shop online. People go and they look for shoes, comics, zines, t-shirts, buttons, whatever it is. And so there's a difference between a seller's marketplace and a seller's platform, which is something we will also discuss. So if you make anything and you're trying to find places to sell it, this video is going to do you a lot of good, man. Let's cut to the chase. I use ChatGPT to begin kind of my research process, and a lot of times the way you ask the question, the nuances of the way you ask it really makes a big difference in the kind of answers you're going to get. So if you notice, it took me 3 different tries to really get down to the nuts and bolts of what I wanted. And that kind of emphasizes the point of like, what is a seller's platform? A seller's platform is a platform that you can use to sell goods. Now that doesn't necessarily mean people are shopping for it, right? Like my big cartel shop is a seller's platform. I can sell things off of it, but no one goes to Feral Publication to look for shoes, right? They go to Feral Publication to buy things that Feral Publication makes. And that's the difference. And like I talked about last time with Etsy, I need to start getting back into the marketplaces, places where random people are just looking for comic books and zines and other intersections that I might be able to tap into and find a bigger audience. And so really this hunt was more for marketplaces, but I'm going to go ahead and go down the list real quick of all the sellers platforms that they mentioned. So these are my notes. Boom, picture the notes here. That way, I don't know, it just makes me feel like you guys are reading along. But some of the sellers platforms that they mentioned are Big Cartel, Store Envy, Shopify, Squarespace, and then WooCommerce, which I thought WooCommerce was a very interesting one. I wasn't aware that WordPress had a plugin called WooCommerce that would allow you to sell goods off of your WordPress website. I thought that was really cool. That wasn't something I was aware of. So those are like sellers platforms. Those are platforms where you can sell goods. So some of the marketplaces that they mentioned are marketplaces that we're already kind of familiar with, right? Etsy being probably the more popular one, something that's on my mind. I'm sure everyone's on Etsy, right? eBay is another one. Amazon Marketplace is another one. And then Instagram was one that I know you can sell goods on Instagram. I wasn't aware that it was more of a marketplace. So it's definitely something that I'm going to look into. And then that obviously led me to the idea of like, well, then there's also the Facebook Marketplace. These are some that I think we're all kind of aware of to some degree, but it's not really something that I've used, or even after reading all of this, these aren't the kind of marketplaces that I think really call me to them. So shout outs real quick to Gumroad and Depop. I've heard of Gumroad, never heard of Depop, but just in case you're like me and are not too familiar with it, Gumroad is a platform that simplifies the process of selling digital products. If you offer digital versions of your zines, Gumroad provides a simple and user-friendly interface to sell and distribute them to customers. Depop is a mobile-based marketplace that primarily focuses on fashion, vintage items, and streetwears. It has a dedicated community of users who appreciate independent zines and publications. So definitely something that I'm going to look into and check out. These were the ones that I thought were really hot finds. Society6, a unique marketplace that focuses on print-on-demand products. Artists can sell their zines by uploading their design, and Society6 takes care of printing, shipping, and customer support. Zibbit. Zibbit is an online marketplace designed for independent artists, crafters, and vintage sellers. It offers a dedicated section for zines and printed publications. Bonanza is the next one. Bonanza is a growing platform that allows sellers to list and sell various products, including zines. It offers simplified listing procedures and integration with other platforms like eBay. IndieMade. IndieMade focuses on helping artists and creators build their own brand by providing an easy-to-use e-commerce platform. Artists can set up their stores to sell zines and other products. Now, the IndieMade one makes me feel like it could be like a seller's platform, which is more of like I have with Big Cartel and things like that, where I sell things and they kind of just host me. But it could also be kind of like Etsy, where Etsy makes you feel like you have a storefront, shop front, all that good stuff, even though for the most part, we use it for the marketplace. And lastly, one of the only other marketplaces that I haven't mentioned was TickTail. Emerging as a popular platform for independent brands, TickTail offers an intuitive interface, customizable storefronts, and easy-to-use tools for selling zines. So this is a list that I compiled today of things that I'm going to look into because, like I said, I'm trying to cast a wider net with Feral Publication, trying to get the Feral comics really out there into the universe. And so I need to hit the marketplaces up, places where people are just randomly searching for comics, randomly searching for zines, and randomly searching for other things that my intersection and their intersection might cross paths. And that might be a way for me to build a bigger community. So if you're making stuff, I hope this video kind of helps you to kind of give you ideas of places that you can put your goods into to try to just, get it out there into the universe, right? And I'm definitely going to be following up with a lot of these and be showcasing it here on the channel for you guys to peep out. So if that's something like that piques your interest, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to check out the zines that I make, go ahead and hit the link in the show notes to the Big Cartel shop where you can buy a single issue. If not, get a year subscription. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Lates.